Welcome back to the channel, coin enthusiasts and collectors. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of rare coins from different countries. What makes this episode special is that we are not just looking at coins from a single nation. We're exploring 6 of the most valuable coins from different countries, each with a unique mint mark and condition that sets it apart in the numismatic world. These coins are not only rare, but also highly sought after in auctions, where collectors pay big money in dollars to own a piece of history. So, let's begin this journey across the globe and uncover the stories behind these treasures. So let's get started. First up, the United Kingdom 5-pence coin from the year 1992. What makes this coin especially interesting is when it appears in a black rusty color condition, a result of age and environmental factors that give it a unique, almost antique look. While it may appear worn and damaged to the untrained eye, collectors know that these imperfections can sometimes increase a coin's charm and desirability, especially when rarity and historical context come into play. The 1992 5-pence holds a very important place in the history of British coinage. This was the year when the United Kingdom officially reduced the size of the 5-pence coin, replacing the larger version that had been in circulation since decimalization in 1968. The smaller 1992 5-pence was struck in copper-nickel and introduced to save metal and make the coin more convenient for everyday use. At the same time, the Royal Mint withdrew the larger coins from circulation. This change marked the beginning of a new era for the 5-pence, and the 1992 issue stands as a key transitional piece in the modern decimal system. The design of the 1992 5-pence is both traditional and symbolic. On the obverse, it features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Raphael Maklauf, which was used on British coins from 1985 to 1997. Her image is surrounded by the legend that includes the Latin inscription Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD, which translates to Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. On the reverse side, we see the crowned Scottish thistle, an enduring emblem of Scotland, designed by Christopher Ironside. When found in black rusty color condition, the coin takes on a darker, unusual appearance, making it stand out in any collection. Although millions of 5-pence coins were minted in 1992, not all of them survive in collectible condition today. Many were heavily used in circulation, leaving only a fraction in decent or interesting states. Coins that show natural aging, such as black rust or oxidation, can intrigue collectors who specialize in error coins, patina variations, or unusual surface conditions. Furthermore, because 1992 was the first year of the reduced-size 5-pence, coins from this year hold an important historical value. Collectors who are building complete decimal sets often look for this piece specifically, and unique coloration or wear patterns can push demand even higher. Now, let's talk about what everyone wants to know: the value. A standard 1992 5-pence coin in circulated condition may only be worth a few dollars. However, when it comes to rare examples, such as those with striking black rusty coloration, unusual patinas, or coins in uncirculated or proof-like condition, the value can increase significantly. At auctions, these special condition coins have been known to fetch anywhere from $35,500, depending on their appeal, condition, and collector demand. In some rare cases, high-grade or particularly eye-catching examples can even exceed this range, making them a surprising treasure hiding in plain sight. For collectors interested in the 1992 5-pence, there are several tips to keep in mind. First, always examine the coin's condition carefully. Coins with natural aging, such as black rusty color, should still retain visible details on the design. Second, consider keeping the coin in a protective holder to prevent further damage or corrosion. Third, check recent auction results or online marketplaces to see what similar coins are selling for, as values can fluctuate based on demand. Finally, if you come across a high-grade example, it may be worth having it professionally graded to maximize its market potential. The United Kingdom 5-pence 1992 may seem like just another small coin, but its historical importance, unique design, and unusual condition, such as black rusty color, make it a fascinating collectible. It reminds us that even the smallest coins can carry big value when rarity, condition, and demand come together. So, if you happen to stumble upon one of these coins in your collection, don't overlook it. Who knows? You might be holding a piece worth far more than its face value. Next up, we will explore a fascinating Canadian coin that has captured the attention of collectors worldwide. The Canadian 10 cents 2004 with the P mint mark. This small but highly significant coin is far more than just a piece of change. In extra fine condition, it carries a story of innovation, rarity, and and collector demand that has made it one of the most interesting finds in modern Canadian coinage. Let's dive deep into its history, unique features, rarity, and how much it could be worth in today's auction market in dollars. The Canadian 10 cents 2004 with the P mint mark might look like an ordinary dime at first glance, but it holds a remarkable place in numismatic history. Many people overlook this coin in their pocket change, yet collectors know it is a rare piece that represents a major shift in Canadian coin production. When found in extra fine condition, its beauty and sharp detail make it stand out even more. This is not just a dime. It is a window into Canadian innovation and a rare opportunity for collectors to own something truly special. To understand the importance of the 2004 10 cents P mint mark coin, we need to look back at the early 2000s when the Royal Canadian Mint was experimenting with new materials. Traditionally, Canadian dimes had been made from nickel or silver in earlier years, but the Mint wanted a cost-effective solution for mass production. In 2000, the Royal Canadian Mint introduced multiply plated steel coins, which combined durability with lower production costs. The P mint mark, introduced around this time, stood for plated, signifying this new multiply plated steel composition. By 2004, the Mint was still producing coins with this experimental mark, making the 2004 P dime an important transitional piece in Canadian coinage history. Not all of these coins were widely circulated, and their survival in extra fine condition today is far from common. What makes the 2004 10 cents P coin so distinctive are its unique features. On the obverse, you'll find the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Susanna Blunt, which was introduced in 2003. This was a fresh and modern image of the Queen without the crown, creating a new look for Canadian coinage. On the reverse, the famous Bluenose schooner, Canada's iconic sailing vessel, remained the centerpiece, continuing a design tradition dating back to 1937. But the most important detail is the small P mint mark located near the bottom of the coin. While it may look insignificant to the casual observer, this single letter signals a major shift in Canadian coin technology. In extra fine condition, the sharpness of the lettering, the clean details of the Bluenose schooner, and the minimal wear make this coin particularly striking. Collectors value these sharp details because they help tell the coin's story more clearly. Although millions of dimes were minted in 2004, not all carried the P mint mark. The exact number is relatively small compared to the overall mintage, which is why collectors place such high importance on them. Coins that survive in circulation often become heavily worn or damaged over time. However, finding one in extra fine condition is significantly more difficult, as most examples available today have seen years of use. The combination of the P mint mark, the transition to multiply plated steel, and the limited surviving population in high grades make this coin highly desirable. Many collectors who focus on Canadian modern coinage consider the 2004 dime with P a must-have. Auction demand has steadily grown in recent years as more people recognize its scarcity. When it comes to value, the 2004 Canadian 10 cents with the P mint mark in extra fine condition can surprise many collectors. While it may have originally been worth just 10 cents, its rarity and demand have pushed its value far higher in the numismatic market. Depending on the condition and the interest at auction, these coins can fetch anywhere from $175,000, especially when well-preserved with sharp details. Coins graded even higher than extra fine, such as mint state examples, can command even greater premiums, often reaching several $1,000,000. Auction records reveal that enthusiastic collectors are willing to pay strong prices for these dimes, especially when they are certified and graded by trusted services. This is a prime example of how a modern Canadian coin, often overlooked by the general public, can transform into a high-value collectible in today's market. If you are interested in adding a 2004 Canadian 10 cents P mint mark coin to your collection, there are a few important tips to keep in mind. First, condition matters greatly. Try to find coins in extra fine or better condition, as these command the highest prices. Be on the lookout for clean surfaces, sharp details on the schooner, and clear definition of the Queen's portrait. Second, always verify authenticity, as mint marks can sometimes be altered. Buying from trusted dealers or certified auction houses is the safest approach. Third, consider having your coin graded by a professional service such as PCGS or NGC. A certified grade not only protects your coin, but also boosts its market value. Lastly, keep an eye on auction results and market trends. Prices for these coins have been rising steadily, and holding onto one could prove to be a smart investment for the future. The Canadian 10 cents 2004 with the P mint mark may appear small and ordinary at first, but it represents a turning point in Canadian coinage history. With its connection to new plating technology, its distinctive mint mark, and its rarity in high grades, this coin has become a treasure for collectors. In extra fine condition, it shines with historical and numismatic significance, commanding strong demand and impressive values in today's auction market. So, the next time you come across Canadian dimes in your collection or change, take a closer look. You might just have a 2004 P dime in your hands. If so, you could be holding a coin worth far more than its face value, a true gem in modern Canadian numismatics. Next up, we take a closer look at a small, but highly collectible piece from Germany. The 1994 1 Pfennig coin with the J mint mark, found in a golden shade and preserved in fine condition. While it may seem like just a minor denomination, this coin tells an interesting story of Germany's currency history and has gained attention among numismatists for its rarity and surprising market value. So, let's dive into its history, features, and why collectors are willing to pay big money for it in auctions today. The 1 Pfennig coin was part of the Deutsche Mark currency system, which was used in Germany before the adoption of the euro in 2002. The Pfennig had been in circulation for decades and was considered the smallest unit of currency, similar to the penny in the United Kingdom or the cent in the United States. The 1994 issue came at a time when the German economy was strong. Following reunification in 1990, coins were minted in large numbers, but specific variations, mint marks, and unusual conditions have made some examples more desirable than others. The J mint mark indicates that this coin was produced at the Hamburg Mint, one of several mints operating in Germany at the time. The 1994 1 Pfennig coin was originally struck in copper-plated steel, giving it a bright reddish-brown appearance. However, some examples, like the one we are discussing today, appear in a golden shade, likely caused by a striking error, toning, or unusual minting circumstances. On the obverse side, the coin features an oak seedling, symbolizing growth and renewal, surrounded by the words Bundesrepublik Deutschland, Federal Republic of Germany. On the reverse side, the numeral 1 is prominently displayed, along with the word Pfennig and the mint mark J beneath it. Its small size and lightweight design make it easy to overlook, but the golden tint and mint-specific marking make it stand out to collectors. Although millions of Pfennig coins were struck across Germany, not all are equal in value. The rarity comes into play when coins show unusual coloring, minting anomalies, or are preserved in excellent condition. The golden shade of this 1994 J mint mark Pfennig is what sparks collector interest, as such pieces are not commonly found in circulation. Fine condition further adds to its desirability, as most Pfennigs were heavily used and worn down. Collectors who specialize in German coins or who are assembling mint mark sets place a premium on such examples, making them highly sought after in today's numismatic market. Now, let's talk about the most exciting part, the market value. While ordinary 1994 Pfennigs may only fetch a few cents, rare golden shade examples with the J mint mark in fine condition can attract impressive prices at auctions. Depending on the demand and the uniqueness of the golden tone, these coins have been known to sell anywhere from $150,000. In some rare cases, when collectors compete for these unusual varieties, prices can climb even higher, showcasing how a tiny 1 Pfennig coin can turn into a valuable treasure in the right circumstances. If you are interested in collecting German Pfennigs, here are a few tips. Always pay attention to mint marks, as these significantly influence rarity and value. Look out for unusual coloring or toning, since coins with golden, silvery, or rusty appearances often attract higher bids. Preservation is key. Coins kept in fine, very fine, or uncirculated condition always demand more attention in the market. Lastly, if you believe you have a rare example, consider having it professionally graded and authenticated before auctioning, as certified coins tend to perform far better with serious collectors. The 1994 1 Pfennig coin with a J mint mark in golden shade is a fascinating example of how even the smallest coins can hold big value. Its history, unique features, and rarity in today's market make it a must-have for passionate collectors of German currency. From a coin once worth just a fraction of a Deutsche Mark to now being sold for hundreds of dollars at auction, it's proof that numismatics is full of surprises. So, the next time you come across a humble Pfennig, take a closer look. You might just be holding a hidden treasure. Next up, we're exploring a small, yet historically meaningful coin. The Germany €1 2015 with the G mint mark, found in fine condition. While most people see this coin as just an ordinary piece of pocket change, collectors know that small details like the mint mark, the year, and the condition can turn it into a highly desirable and valuable treasure. Let's uncover why this particular coin is catching attention in the numismatic community and how it has made its way into auctions with impressive values in dollars. The 1 euro cent coin was first introduced in 2002 when Germany, along with other European Union nations, officially adopted the euro currency. Each country in the Eurozone designs its own side of the coin, while the common reverse side is shared across all member states. Germany's 1 cent coin features an oak twig, symbolizing strength and stability, and this design reflects continuity from the old Deutsche Mark Pfennig, which also carried oak leaf motifs. In 2015, millions of 1 cent coins were minted across Germany's 5 official mints: A in Berlin, D in Munich, F in Stuttgart, G in Karlsruhe, and J in Hamburg. However, coins from certain mints, like the G mint, are often produced in smaller numbers, making them harder to find in circulation today. The Germany 1 euro cent 2015 G mint coin is crafted from copper-coated steel, giving it its distinctive reddish-brown appearance. The obverse side shows the national design of the oak twig surrounded by 12 stars, while the reverse carries the common European design of the denomination 1 euro cent, with a globe and EU map. The G mint mark, representing Karlsruhe, is what makes this coin particularly interesting to collectors. When a coin is struck at a less common mint, its availability decreases, making it a standout among others of the same year. In fine condition, this coin retains visible details of the oak twig and lettering, though it may show some signs of circulation wear. While 1 cent coins are often overlooked as everyday pocket change, numismatists understand that certain mint marks and years stand out as rarities. The 2015 1 euro cent with the G mint mark falls into this category. Compared to other mint marks, G had a lower mintage, and combined with the fact that many coins end up heavily circulated or damaged, finding one in fine condition is less common than many would expect. Collectors are eager to add such pieces to their sets, especially those who are building full euro coin collections categorized by mint marks. The demand is fueled by the fact that completing such a collection requires patience and effort, and rare mints like G increase both the challenge and the value. Now, let's talk about value. While the face value of this coin is only 1 cent, its market value at auctions tells a very different story. Depending on condition and demand at the time, a 2015 G mint 1 euro cent in fine condition can reach auction values ranging from $65,000, and in some cases, particularly well-preserved or uncirculated examples can fetch significantly more. The growing interest in euro coinage worldwide, especially in the United States, has also boosted auction prices. For a coin that most people dismiss as nearly worthless, the jump to tens of dollars highlights just how important rarity and mint mark details are in the numismatic market. If you're considering adding this coin to your collection, here are a few tips. First, always pay attention to the mint mark. It's the key detail that sets this coin apart from millions of others. Second, condition matters. Even a slight improvement in grade can dramatically increase the coin's value at auction. For example, coins in very fine or extremely fine condition will always command higher prices than those in worn condition. Third, when buying or selling, look for trusted auction houses or reputable dealers, as they ensure authenticity and fair market pricing. And finally, if you come across one of these coins in your change, hold on to it. You may have a hidden treasure in your pocket. The Germany 1 euro cent 2015 with the G mint mark may look small and ordinary, but it carries a hidden value that makes it a gem for collectors. With its historical design, unique mint mark, and growing rarity in fine condition, this coin proves that even the smallest denominations can turn into valuable finds. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced collector, keeping an eye out for coins like this can add both excitement and worth to your collection. So the next time you come across a German 1 cent coin, check the year and mint mark. You might be holding a piece worth much more than its face value. Next up, the United Kingdom's half-new penny coin from 1971, a coin that may seem ordinary at first glance, but carries historical importance and, in some cases, surprising value. Whether you're a passionate collector or just someone who stumbled across this coin in your change, today's breakdown will help you understand its true worth in the numismatic world. The half-new penny was first introduced in 1971 during the Great Decimalisation of the British currency system. This was the year when the UK shifted from the old pounds, shillings, and pence system to the modern decimal structure we know today. The half-new penny coin represented 1/200th of a pound and was the smallest denomination of decimal coinage. It was designed to smooth the transition between old money and new, though it quickly became unpopular due to its very low value and tiny size. By the early 1980s, it was already being phased out, making the 1971 issue a historic first-year coin that holds a special place in the story of British currency reform. The 1971 half-new penny was struck in bronze and has a diameter of just 17.1 millimeters, making it one of the smallest coins ever issued by the Royal Mint for circulation. On the obverse, the coin features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin, with the familiar inscription Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD, which translates to Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. On the reverse, designed by Christopher Ironside, we see the image of St. Edward's crown above the denomination wording 1/2 new penny. Its distinctive size, the coppery color, and the inscription marking it as new penny make it a unique piece of British numismatic history. While millions of half-new pennies were struck in 1971, circulated coins are fairly common and not usually considered extremely rare. However, their rarity and desirability come from two aspects. First, the fact that this was the very first year of decimal coinage makes it a historic coin that every serious British collector wants to own. Second, certain examples in exceptional quality or with minting errors can command surprisingly high interest at auctions. Misstrikes, off-center strikes, or coins preserved in uncirculated condition are especially attractive to collectors. The fact that these coins are no longer in circulation and were officially demonetized in 1984 further adds to their collectability. In circulated condition, the 1971 half-new penny does not usually fetch high prices, with most examples valued at less than a few dollars. However, rare variations, mint condition proofs, and error coins have been known to sell for much more. In the auction market, a pristine uncirculated 1971 half-new penny can reach anywhere between $125,000, depending on demand and condition. Special proof sets or coins with striking errors have achieved even higher prices, sometimes ranging into the millions of dollars when collectors are competing. So, while the average circulated example may not make you rich, it's always worth checking the condition and looking for unusual features that could make your coin far more valuable than expected. For collectors, the key to valuing the 1971 half-new penny lies in condition and rarity. If you have one in circulated condition, it is best to examine it carefully for signs of minting errors or unusual features. Coins stored in protective cases or those taken from official proof sets will always attract higher prices. When buying, make sure to check authenticity and look for trusted auction houses or dealers, as the market for rare coins can sometimes be filled with misleading claims. Building a set of early decimal coins, including the half-new penny, is also a popular and rewarding way to preserve this piece of British history. The United Kingdom half-new penny from 1971 is more than just a small bronze coin. It is a symbol of Britain's transition into the decimal era and a coin that still sparks interest among collectors worldwide. While most circulated examples may only be worth a modest amount, certain conditions and rare varieties can command impressive values in the auction market. If you happen to find one in your collection, take a closer look. You might just be holding a little piece of history that's worth far more than its original face value. Next up, we are turning our attention to Germany, specifically to a small yet historically significant coin. The one Pfennig from 1971 with the F mint mark. At first glance, this coin may look simple, but when found in very fine condition, it becomes a valuable piece in the numismatic market. What makes it so special? Why do collectors hunt for it? And what is its current value in today's auction market in dollars? Stay tuned as we uncover its history, features, rarity, and the surprising demand it has among coin enthusiasts worldwide. The one Pfennig coin was part of the Federal Republic of Germany's circulation from 1948 until the introduction of the euro in 2002. The 1971 issue belongs to this transitional post-war era when West Germany was rebuilding its economy and identity. Coins such as the Pfennig carried immense symbolic value, representing stability and trust in the new monetary system. The F mint mark indicates that this particular coin was produced at the Stuttgart Mint, one of the official mints in Germany responsible for striking circulation coins. While millions of Pfennigs were minted across different locations, each mint mark carries its own rarity level, and the 1971 F is a notable one that captures collector interest. The 1971 one Pfennig coin is made of copper-plated steel, giving it a reddish-brown appearance that resembles older copper coins. On the obverse, it features an oak seedling, a symbol of growth and renewal for Germany after the devastation of the Second World War. Surrounding the oak is the inscription Bundesrepublik Deutschland, meaning Federal Republic of Germany. On the reverse side, you will find the large numeral 1, the word Pfennig, and directly below, the mint mark F, which confirms it was struck in Stuttgart. Its diameter is small, yet its design is filled with symbolism, reflecting resilience and hope. When preserved in very fine condition, the coin maintains sharp details in the oak leaves and inscriptions, which significantly boosts its collector appeal. Although the 1 Pfennig was a common coin used daily by millions of Germans, specific mint marks and years are harder to find in top condition. The 1971 F mint mark variety is relatively scarcer than other Pfennigs of that time. Over decades, most of these coins were either heavily circulated, lost, or eventually withdrawn when Germany adopted the euro. As a result, finding one in very fine or higher-grade condition has become a challenge. Collectors place high demand on such coins, not only because of their rarity, but also due to their connection with Germany's cultural and economic history. For many, owning one is like holding a piece of post-war European recovery in the palm of their hand. When it comes to market value, condition plays a key role. A worn example of the 1971 F1 Pfennig might only fetch a small amount, often just a few cents. However, in very fine condition, its value rises significantly, as collectors are willing to pay a premium for well-preserved examples. At recent auctions and coin sales, these coins have sold anywhere between $65,700, depending on the buyer's interest and the sharpness of detail. In some cases, if the coin borders on an extremely fine or almost uncirculated grade, its value can climb even higher. This shows that while it may appear to be just a small copper coin, in the numismatic market it holds a surprising amount of value. For anyone interested in collecting the 1971 F1 Pfennig, there are a few tips to keep in mind. First, always pay close attention to condition. Very fine or better examples are where the true value lies, so avoid heavily corroded or damaged pieces unless they are extremely rare. Secondly, always verify the mint mark, as the letter F is what makes this coin stand out. Storing the coin properly is equally important. Use protective coin holders or albums to prevent scratches and further wear. Finally, keep an eye on reputable auction houses or trusted online platforms, as these coins occasionally appear and can be purchased at reasonable prices before demand drives them higher. The Germany 1 Pfennig coin from 1971 with the F mint mark is more than just a small piece of metal. It is a historical artifact that tells the story of Germany's post-war recovery and the importance of stability in everyday life. In very fine condition, it is a rare and desirable collectible that continues to attract numismatists across the globe. With its rising demand and impressive market value, it proves that even the smallest coins can hold significant worth in the world of coin collecting. If you come across one of these gems, consider yourself lucky. You might just be holding a valuable piece of history worth big money in dollars. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update on the fascinating world of rare coins. And of course, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Share your thoughts, your finds, or the coins you dream of adding to your collection. Until next time, happy collecting, and may your next coin hunt bring you something truly remarkable. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.